Alright, ladies and gentlemen, last video here for the night, done the wrestling news, and I talked about some NFL and NBA today, and then I done my WrestleMania preview and the Phillies Giants recaps. If you want to go watch all those, you can go watch those as well. But let's end with NASCAR news for tonight, and then I'll go over my weekend schedule for a big sports week, just so I can update you guys on what I'm going to do this weekend. Let's start with some NASCAR here. So Jordan Bianchi made some interesting comments about the future of the Chicago Street Race and Chicagoland Speedway in his latest mailbag, TLDR. NASCAR will likely be in the Chicago area one way or another in 2026, and so the question, what is the plan? Rumors for the Chicago Street Race date in 2026. Is there another city? Lemmy's a frontrunner for a street race, and or will Chicagoland be back? NASCAR's 3-year contract with Chicago to race downtown expires at the end of the current season, which is this season. With the deal containing options that could see the partnership continue past 2025, it's not clear whether NASCAR will return next year, but there is a growing sense in the garage that it may be time to conclude the partnership. Less diminishing returns begin to see, and much like now how the Clash was shifted away from the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum after 3 years. Looking at overall options to return to the Chicagoland Speedway certainly makes sense for multiple reasons. Although the track is located in Joliet, Illinois, it is still close enough to Chicago for NASCAR to maintain a presence in the United States' third largest market. That's key, and Chicagoland at a half mile and with a worn surface is an ideal fit for next-gen cars, so the likelihood of a stellar race is high. Yes, Chicagoland needs some upgrades, as can be expected for a facility that last hosted Cup race in 2019, but those improvements aren't deemed cost prohibitive, according to league sources, and would be significantly less than what it costs to build a host a year from downtown Chicago. From this perspective, if the Chicago Street Race course isn't on the 2026 schedule, and San Diego is a year away, Chicagoland represents a worthy stoppage. And the schedule is typically released late summer, early fall, so expect a similar timeline this year. So there was an interesting thing there from Jordan Bianchi, an interesting nugget. So Justin Allgaier will have 6 races with the magnificent Mayo Missile in 2025, beginning at Talladega in April, so he'll be racing the Hellman's car for 6 races. Hit through here. A parade lap honoring Bobby Allison before the Talladega Cup race. So Spencer Gallagher and GMS and Dodge are all linked to a potential 2026 return, I believe, to the Truck Series. That's a rumor for the 2026 NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, and that's a little bit of a rumor. It was an Instagram post by an account named NASCAR Rumors and Nostalgia that I look at on Instagram. And this could be interesting. Remember Spencer Gallagher when he won that Xfinity race at Talladega Superspeedway in 2018, and he partied like it's 1999, only to get spent the very week after winning? Yes, that guy. That would be a wild rumor if Dodge returns and goes to the Truck Series. Is it going to happen? I don't know. So, in the 2311 Front Row Motorsports lawsuit, NASCAR is asking the court to be allowed to amend its counterclaim with evidence that came from more than 200,000 pages of emails, texts, and memoranda recently obtained through Discovery 1 out of 2. NASCAR wants to add new info to counterclaim that it says proves teams illegally concluded to obtain better charter terms. In a filing last month, 2311 claims joint negotiations are insufficient to allege concerted action, especially when can negotiate individually. We'll see if the teams had this in the bag. NASCAR's going to lose, and instead of doing the right thing, they're going to blow up the charter system to spite everyone. I bet we'll just watch. So, Casey Kane's making his long-awaited NASCAR return this weekend at Rockingham, and he won't rule out competing again, but he's going to see how he feels after this weekend first. So, he won't really competing again if all goes well this week. So Ryan Blaney's crew has struggled so far this season. Penske's making some changes. Keyston France in at front changer replaces Skip Flores, who also co-hosts Stacking Penny's podcast. France was on Penske crew for Zane Smith. The 30 roster not filed yet, so TBA Flores is there. Finally, some changes. Stacking job applications will be the new name of that podcast. So the number 53 JGM entry was TBA, the Joey Yates entry, and now JJ Yaley's listed as a driver for Rockingham. So Netflix, they say that the second season of the Full Speed NASCAR docuseries will premiere on May 7th. Why bother? Last season was 7 months ago. It's like watching an NFL Super Bowl special week 5 of the next season. I know it can't be pushed out, but like, my god, dude. Somebody's watching this. So the truck race in a few weeks at Kansas has a name, the Heart of Healthcare 200. And the Xfinity race at Pocono has a name, Explore the Pocono Mountains 250, and the sponsors Pocono Mountains Visitors Bureau. Also, in addition to being on Flow, the ARCA East race at Rockingham will air on the NASCAR channel on Tubi at 1 p.m. Eastern on Saturday. Oh boy, as if anybody's going to be watching ARCA. Well, probably Charlie Crawl. So Front Row Motorsports confirms that Skip Flores, formerly on the Ryan Blaney car, will be the front changer for Zane Smith starting at Talladega, so... oh boy. Let's go over the schedule again for this weekend. Friday at 10:30, ARCA East practice. 12:30 on FS2 truck practice. 3:05 CW App Xfinity practice. Or truck practice qualifying at 12:30, excuse me. And at 5:20 on FS1 for truck, green flag, 45-45, 110 your stage place, and 78 to 85 laps on fuel. Saturday, 9:30, ARCA East practice and qualifying. 11:30 on the CW App Xfinity qualifying, 105 on Flow and Tubi, the ARCA East race, and at 4:05 on the CW, the Xfinity race, 60, 60, and 130 laps, 94, 98 laps on fuel. It's going to be in the 80s with a 5% chance of rain. So also, NASCAR updated its Cup DVP policy, where it used to not allow teams to replace the diffuser flaps, the extensions when making their repairs. They can replace the diffuser flaps extensions when making their repairs. They've changed it like 3 times now. So also in the rules released today, mufflers will be required for the Chicago Street Race. That is not new. That has been the requirement the last 2 years, but it wasn't specified. How the fuck do you say that word? Not part of the nerd community. Whatever. Any more news here? Yeah, Jesse Love to drive for Beard Motorsports in the upcoming Cup races at Texas and Indianapolis. Man, they're back running at non-drafting tracks. That's cool. It'll probably be RCR prepared card. Connor Mosack will be back at the Charlotte Roval for Junior Motorsports in the number 9 car. And the green flag times this weekend, 5:20, 1:05, and 4:05 Friday. And then for Friday for trucks, and then the ARCA and Xfinity race on Saturday. But sunset is at 7:55, no lights. There's NASCAR right there. Big brain by NASCAR here. Oh, we're starting the race at 4 o'clock. Big brain move by NASCAR. Oh, we're starting the truck race at 5:20. Yep, big brain moves right there. But anyway, that's all the NASCAR news here to go over. I just want to get some news today because I'm probably not going to be able to do it the next few days. But I've come up with my schedule for this weekend, so here it is. So my Saturday schedule, I'll be doing Bucks Pacers, Clippers Nuggets, the Dodgers and a Rangers game, the Xfinity Series, Pistons Knicks, and T-Wolves Lakers, and WrestleMania 41 Night 1. So that's your schedule for Sunday. Magic Celtics, Cavs versus whoever gets the 8th seed, Warriors Rockets, Thunder versus whoever gets the 8th seed, and the other playing game, the two playing games I'll be coming Friday, and then WrestleMania 41 Night 2. So that's your weekend schedule, and then obviously the Dodgers game on Sunday, so that's the weekend schedule. I just wanted to get that out of the way, because that's why there probably won't be any news videos for a few days. But yeah, leave a like, comment, subscribe for more. Come have a like. Until next time, have a like. Peace, have a good night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. For the Dodgers, and the two playing games. So yeah, peace.